And happy July afternoon there, folks. Stampede Valkyrie coming back at you again with a nice little over video here of a Fireball clone. This one actually was made by Southern Vehicle Products, or SVP. Now I believe it's actually called Star SVP. 1166 I believe is the model of this dome. The tag is a little bit left. If you zoom in real close, you might be able to see some of that. But the tag is gone. I'm not really too concerned about that. This site here is destined for another project. So I wanted to actually just make a quick video on it so people can understand what it is. It's definitely a China light at this point, but some of the similarities and what you'll see amongst other fireballs. Just a quick overview video. Did a quick polish on this dome using some plastics. Not a whole lot I'm expecting out of this, outside of the fact that you can at least see through it now. It didn't go too crazy. And if I can zoom in here, I'll see if I can get you the part where you can actually see it says Southern VP. Again, bear with me. There's the 1166. There's the Southern VP part. You have to bear with me to the sun. So it is an 1166. The nice thing about this light, though, is that you can still find domes for this. So for those still looking for this light, you can find all the colors. I believe you've got amber, clear, red, green, blue, magenta. You can still find domes for this. I'll go ahead and post a link somewhere in the video down in the comment section showing the store that's still selling it. And you can get them, because if you stick around for this video, and I'll try to make this as quick as possible, I have a couple domes that I picked up that I want to play around with on this, and if you stick around, I'll throw them on there. So without further ado, let's fire it up, and then I'll get to the part where I open it up and we talk about the interior. So let's do the money shot, what everybody's here for. There we go. A little chatty, not too bad. What's in there, I believe, is an 1195 bulb. I haven't opened it up yet to confirm that. I believe that's either a 32 or a 50 candle power incandescent bulb. Not 100%, I think. Again, it's one of those ones where I have to think. I don't really use these bulbs too often outside of certain aerodynamics, but it is not a halogen bulb. I would be wary. There you go. There's a good shot of the top of the dome showing Southern VP and 1166. I would be wary about putting a halogen bulb in this light without actually looking at the reflector, and even then I think I'd be wary too, because a lot of these China lights are mostly plastic, and I think the halogen bulb may melt or warp things. So with the walk around there and showing it working, let's go ahead and get this dome off, and we'll talk about the insides and why this acts a lot like every other China light that I see out there. So now with the dome off, the retaining pan removed, there is a screw on the back here which is not here currently. You unscrew that screw. Once that comes off, the retaining band comes off, and then this just pretty much pulls off. It's pretty basic, but looking at this here, you get a kind of good overview of what the light looks like internally. I'm impressed. The light is actually very clean. I didn't expect this to be in the condition that it's in right now. This is what I was talking about too, about plastic. So you'll see you've got your worm gear here, the plastic rotator. This is found on so many China brand lights. Started with, like, I guess it would be Smith & Wesson lights had it. Then the SVP had it. They all got bought up. Eventually it became, what do you want to call that, Star, and then Show Me and Able To, and blah, blah, blah. You get where this is going. So they've all kind of got this same basic setup here. What you do have to be careful with this is that if you do planning on running this, make sure you put a little bit of white lithium grease on this. At least give this some grease so it's not eating this plastic rotator alive. It is a newer motor, so I'm assuming this is going to be a newer light. As we do the 360 on it, that's it in a nutshell. I mean, it's got its magnet mount. The bulb itself appears to be, like I said, an 1195 or type socket or bayonet socket based bulb. This reflector, though, hold on, let me see if I can get the if I can get a ding out of it. Hold on a second here. I don't think it's plastic. I don't think that's plastic. I think this is, there you go. You get the hollow pitch. So it is an aluminum reflector, which is nice. They still do make this light You can still get it. I see it on several websites, but the reflectors are different now. They look like more of a newer Code 3 or MX style rotator rather than the round PAR reflector like this one is. This one you might be safe putting a halogen bulb in if you were going to put like a 795 or a 796. I'm not sure if I would go with a 50 watt on here. You might want to go with one of the weaker ones, like I believe the 796 is the weaker one. You'll probably be fine with that. I still would be a little wary about running this thing though with a halogen bulb without keeping an eye on it, just because of the heat and the amount of heat it builds up and will it take it. But with this being some sort of aluminum or something, you might be a little bit safer with that. You have less to worry about, unlike some of the other lights I have, like that McDermott light, where that rotator is plastic and there's no way, you'll just burn a hole in the middle of it, like I've heard people talk about. So with that said and done, there's the insides. Let me go ahead and actually do a little bit of bonus content here for those sticking around for the 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to throw some domes on it and show it off a little bit. So let's do that. Alright, so if you stuck around this long, you'll see that I now have a new old stock green dome on this thing. Same thing, SVP. You can get on there and zoom in on it real quick. There it is, SVP 1166 with an SAE date of 78. But this is the reason why I was looking for a new dome. I actually have a plan for this light. This light does not have the right cigarette plug adapter on it, and I kind of want to use this in something else. You'll see this come about in another project that I'm working on. Now that I found the green dome, I can advance and get it done. So again, if you're looking for these domes, you can find these. Let me just do the quick 360. I'm going to fire it up. You guys can take a look at this light with the green dome on, and then I have one more. So bear with me here as I shaky cam this thing. Well, almost had it. There we go. Again, it's chatty. Needs some lubrication on that gear. I'll do that before I actually do what I want to do with it. But we'll give you the 360. It's very clear now, as you can tell the difference between a new old stock and an older dome. Very nice. I like green personally. It's not easy being green. And with that said, let's go ahead and bring out the other dome I have. And as the bonus treat for those that stuck around, you'll now see that the green dome is gone and I now have a purple or magenta dome. Same chatty beacon. Give you the quick 360 on it. Bear with me, shaky cam. I would say that it's not as dark of a purple as that Japanese light that I had previously, but it's still a nice shade of purple. Don't have too many beacons. Purple, uncommon, magenta, whatever color you want to use for, or color, or whatever term you want to use for it. See if we can get on there. There it is, the 1166 Southern VP. Like I said, you can still get these as of this date, or the recording video of, or the date of recording this video. You can still get these. So for those looking for it. But that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together and wrap it up. And hopefully your end of July, your summer of 2024 is doing pretty well. It's not too bad here on my part. And hopefully everybody's having a good time. Have a good weekend, folks.